It's showtime. It's the fun to get this song when you see me in the dress the monument song. Hey! Hello, you guys. Long time no see. I'm gonna give y'all a whole rundown here. First, we're gonna get into some life updates. We are going to get into some beauty product empties. Then we're gonna get into y'all's questions. Then I got some questions for y'all because I wanted to run some stuff by y'all. Oh, please do not let me forget to smell these on camera. This literally just came in from well, not literally just came in, but it did come in today. These are from what's the name of this brand? Harlem Perfume Co., which is a black-owned perfume company. They just popped up on Sephora.com, and I was like, "Let me get these." Good evening. Hello, Coley Cole. Hello, Dami Coco. Hello, Marcy. As you were coming in, let me know where you are from and everything. You know, we got a little, hey, thankful one. We got a little intimate. Hey, Miss Lynn. We got a little intimate group here, I guess, because we got the holiday coming up, that fake holiday coming up. Let me stop. All right, so I'm going to get started. So, a couple of life updates. So, yes, I missed you guys. I missed two lives back to back. I'm trying to remember why I missed the first one. I think I had an event. But what event did I have? Like, I swear, like, if it's not in the calendar, I don't be knowing what had went on. Oh, because it was, wait, did we go live on Juneteenth? Thank you, Venus. Coley from Cali, Miss Lynn from Maryland. I got sand in Maryland. Wait, no, it's I got land in Switzerland. Even got sand down in Maryland. Bahamas in the spring. Baby, it's a big mama thing. Can't tell by the diamonds in my rings. That's how many. Well, and that's about as far as we can go with that song without getting demonetized. Why wasn't I on the live on Juneteenth? I don't remember. I might have had an event or I might have gone somewhere. Then last week, Thursday, I was exhausted. I was supposed to go to speed dating because one of my neighbors, I think I need to turn that light off behind me. Because one of my neighbors invited me to, yeah, okay, because that was like shining. Wait, but do I need it? No, because I feel like it puts like a weird light over my head. I'll turn it off. Okay. One of my neighbors invited me to speed dating, and I was gonna go. But he said that he has that they're like recurring. So I'll go to the next one. I was so tired, like I just like I couldn't do it. And then I was like, well, if I don't go to speed dating, then I'll go live. But I was completely exhausted because I've been trying to like get my life together in the house with like purging and stuff like that. So if you watch my lifestyle channel, I put up two videos where I was just trying to get my life. We got thankful one from Jersey, Dami Coco, originally from Nigeria, but she is in ATL. Wait, I don't know. What else? Y'all, I have got my life so greatly. So I did the sleep challenge, which we started on the membership on this channel. And if you are not a member, consider becoming a member because I just finished. Where's the box? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I just finished packing up this big old. All right, the box doesn't look as big as, but this is filled to the brim with beauty products, right? And somebody from the membership is gonna win that, right? Is this thing saying that my internet connection is bad? I hope not. I'm in my office finally. Like, we in the office here, but I'm like the internet. I do have a booster thing, but I can't get into that tonight because I mess around and cut off the internet completely, and then we don't have no live. Um, I be getting out of breath quite fast. This damn asthma be in my chest. So anyway, the membership, each month there's a giveaway, and it's usually a lot of things. So that's one reason to consider joining the membership. Two, you get videos early. Now I will say to the members that the videos have not been coming as early as they're supposed to, and that's because at some point in, I don't know if I think it was in June. Excuse me, it was Eid, and my editors are in Bangladesh, and my editor has a lot of people who are Muslim on his team. So by the time they got back from Eid, they were trying to catch up. So it's been like another thing is that we do challenges from here to, every now and again. Oh, look at Always Busy. Ari just became a member. Anyway, so from time to time we do challenges. We've done a reapplying your sunscreen challenge, which helped me greatly. And just this past June, we did a sleep challenge. And when I tell you I needed that sleep challenge, it is changing my life. So basically, you focus on going to bed. I mean, scratch that. You focus on waking up at the same time every day, even on the weekend. So I aim for 7 a.m. Y'all, I messed around, and now I be getting up between 5:45 and 6:15 to 6:30ish before the alarm goes off, just like naturally, just like. Then because I be up so early, I was like, well, shoot, I might as well go walk on the treadmill for an hour. So I've been walking on the treadmill for an hour, not every morning, And then I got me some running shoes because I was actually walking on the treadmill in my weightlifting shoes. And I was like, yo, I can't do that. So I got some running/walking shoes. I've been, doing my dynamic stretching before and then static stretching after my walk. And then, I go to the gym a couple times during the week. I was going 4 times a week to meet with Yasmin. We came to the decision to cut it down to 3 because I could use that extra day during the week to catch up on work and stuff. And just to especially for the summer, because I'm trying to be outside. I'm trying to be outside wearing next to nothing, grinding up on somebody's daddy. So anyway, so that's the life. Oh, speaking of daddies, but not like that, like my actual dad. I don't know if I told you guys on here, but my paw done fell down a flight of steps. My poor paw, he fractured one hand, broke the other one, and fractured his foot. So he has been, and when I tell you my dad is like Superman, like he is the type where he will he's gonna be 80 in November, but he'll like if I need to go to the airport, typically when I go to the airport, I take an Uber, I find my own way there. But if the last time he took me to the airport, I had I think 3 big heavy suitcases, and he was just and picking them up, putting them in the car, this and that and the third. So it's hard it was so hard to see him not be able to move around and stuff. But I saw him the other day. Let me see if I can show you this video without it showing too much of his house. Not that I think y'all gonna go to my daddy house, but you never know who is up on these lives. But I got a video of him the other day because it was my niece Diane's 40th birthday. And we celebrated with her. We went to this all-you-can-eat crab place, and I didn't get any crab because I feel like that's a lot of work to eat. So I'm eating crab like that. So I had appetizers and stuff like that. The food was good. The drinks were good. I took a little of my little appetizer and I dipped it in my other niece Donna's sauce. And I was like, oh, that sauce is good. Let me see if I could kind of zoom in here and play this so y'all can see my daddy. Look at my daddy. He's like, hey, hey, hey. So he's moving around. He's able to walk and stuff like that. So that's good. I'm happy for that. I need to turn the air conditioning up because it got hot in here. All right. So next, I want to talk about some beauty empties. I don't have a lot of them. They're all linked in the description box. And then I want to get to you guys' questions, which I realized that I didn't read the questions before. Like I kind of glanced when I went in the YouTube studio. I kind of don't know, remember what y'all asked me. So it'll be like, it'll be like you asked me a conversation, like you asked me a conversation, you asked me a question in person, and I'm like, oh, like, off the top of my head. All right, so we're gonna start with this empty. Yo, I freaking love this Fresh black tea moisturizer. There was a time where Fresh was doing a lot of 50% offs on their website. So I can't remember how many I bought. I know I bought at least 2, but I finished this one. I mean, I could still probably just go in there and maybe get like a little bit more of an application. This, I like this. This is a nice, creamy, thick moisturizer. It's not like greasy or anything like that. I typically wear this at night because during the day I usually, my skin gets moisturized from my sunscreen. But I really like this. Right now, Sephora, I just saw, is having 20% off of moisturizers through the 8th. So if you're looking to stock up on moisturizer, look on Sephora. I know there's going to be a Prime Day coming up on the 8th, I think. I think it's the 8th or the 11th. Yeah, all I know about the Prime Day is that Olay's having something, and it's because I'm doing a partnership with them. With the Olay Super Serum. I love the freaking Olay Super Serum. They have a special 50 ml size that's going to be, I believe, 30% off during Prime Day. But other than that, I'm trying to go like this to Prime Day deals because I'm supposed to be on a summer break. And the more I look into it, the more I'm like, oh, I could just do a video real quick. And it's like, girl, relax, okay? Relax. There will be some videos, but not, like, relax, girl. And speaking of Olay, I finished more of the cleansing melt. I love these things. They're like little, oh my God, the soap from the bathroom is on the back of this. These things are amazing. They're little, well, there's nothing in here for me to show you, but they're little tiny cloths. You activate it with water, and then you massage it in your hand. You have enough, there's a garbage right here. You have enough product in it for like, your single use. The lather is so nice. Those are the hyaluronic acid ones. Those are fragrance free. They also have a retinol one that's fragrance free, and they have a vitamin C one that is that has fragrance in it. The vitamin C one I typically just use in the summer because I felt like it was a little drying for my skin in the winter. But the hyaluronic acid and the retinol I could use year round. I think I only have one more box left of the vitamin C ones, but I don't know. Like, I prefer the fragrance free because the vitamin C one, like, the scent's not bad, but I prefer not to, I prefer not to have it, This has a nice scent. This is the Olay Super Cream SPF 30. I could probably, not enough for like a real application, but I opened up another bottle of this. I could probably just go in, get a little touch more before this is done for. But I like this. I first tried this when it came out during the winter, and I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to be for the summer. But baby, this summer, this has been very good, even under makeup. It's got this like blurring action with it. It's very creamy, very thick, but it doesn't feel heavy or greasy or anything like that. It's just like, mwah, All right, let me throw that in the garbage. This is going to be the bane of my existence. And thankfully, it's a spray because then, like, when I start putting clothes back on again, when it starts to get cold, maybe I'll lay off of it. But this is the Skylar. Now, Skylar makes perfumes. I've tried a couple of their perfumes and their candles before in the past. I can't remember the name of the one that I like, the perfume that I like, but this sunscreen spray, it's their Boardwalk Delight, which now that I know that I like the scent of the sunscreen, maybe I would buy the perfume, but it smells like cotton candy. I just bought this, and like when I tell you there's not even a little left in this, it smells so good. Like for you to get it, you would have to like the smell of cotton candy, and it's not like a nauseating kid cheap smell of cotton candy. It's like sophisticated cotton candy. I freaking like I can still smell it. It smells so good. Yes, Miss Lynn, it is pricey. This was $25 for 5 ounces. And when I tell you I legitimately just bought this maybe sometime in June. I'm already done. But my thirsty behind, I don't know where I put it, but I just opened up another box with one that I got. I hope that they come out with a lotion, because then I mean I would wind up using the lotion up too, but at least the lotion, I don't know what I'm saying about at least the lotion. Anyway, Tree Hut, I finished another vanilla shea sugar scrub. I freaking love Tree Hut. This smells so good. And the scrub is not something that's going to like bite up your skin, rough you up, or anything like that. But if you have severe eczema or psoriasis, or an open wound or anything like that, or a scrape or a scratch or something on your skin, don't be using no scrub, because that's just gonna make it worse. Okay. Then this is, it's beauty related. This is from Dove. This is another spray that finishes really fast, but maybe I'm a little heavy handed. But this is the Advanced Care Dry Spray. It's invisible. I was using the Dove solid deodorant before, which was amazing, but I would have the nastiest deodorant stains from it. And I forgot who told me about this. I think maybe my friend Gail told me to try this. And this is great because I can spray my deodorant on. I'm protected all day, even when it's hot as the devil's what's outside. I still feel protected and covered, and then my clothes don't get stained, because like I have ruined so many white shirts, blouses, dresses, and whatnot, because like the cakey underarm deodorant, and it's not even a deodorant stain because the solid is white also, but it's like the deodorant mixes in with like my melanin and my sweat and gunk and whatnot, and then it leaves a stain. I mean, I like that, but this definitely doesn't. That don't happen with that. And then last but not least, this Amlactin Rapid Relief 15% lactic acid restoring lotion. It's fragrance free. It also has ceramide, so it's good for moisture, but it's also good for exfoliation. I would say that I needed a much bigger bottle in order to really see any results from this, because body discoloration takes forever and a day to clear. Like I have some really bad. Matter of fact, I might be able to show y'all. Let me see if I can show y'all without falling how bad my leg is banged up. Oh wait, maybe I can't show y'all, because then I feel like you see that, like we banged up, and it goes all the way. Whew. I think the bruise that I got over there healed. Oh no, it's still there. It's still like a little discoloration from the bruise. The other leg looks the same. And then I had two things of discoloration on my thigh right here. Guys, I'm gonna catch up with y'all in a video pretty soon on something I did with what I'm doing with my legs with my dermatologist. I'm gonna catch y'all up in a video. What happened to my leg? I think the ones here, I think they're old mosquito bite scars, because, I am very clumsy and I'm always asthma. So asthmy. I'm constantly running into things. Like in my old apartment, it was the position where I had my bed, and I would stay walking into the bed frame, and boom. Sometimes it's the cat, but he doesn't jump on my legs as much as he used to. But I think these are just old mosquito bite scars. And then I just be like bumping into things, There was one time where I bumped into something on the live with you guys, and I had a big nasty bruise on my leg because I walked into my end table. So it's just like it's such a mess. All right, now let me see what questions were asked on that I can answer. And then I need to go see what y'all talk about in this chat. Y'all over here chatting. I love when y'all be chatting with each other because I just be like, we are a family. All right. Let me see what questions y'all had asked before. All right. What beauty questions? Yo, I had to crack up because Google, our friend from South Africa, she's probably asleep because I think it's very, very late there or very, very early. She said, I thought you were supposed to be working out of your office because the gif in this post is me on the on the kitchen table. And I was like, I ain't got no gif about for that. All right, so Joseph had asked, hi, wait, can I share the screen with y'all so that y'all can see the questions too? Let me see. Share the screen. Boom. Okay, so that y'all can see what I'm seeing. But will it show it big? Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I make this big? How do I do it? I don't know. All right, so y'all can kind of see what I'm seeing. I don't know how to make it so that this zooms out. Yeah, I don't know how, and I don't want to go touching stuff and then next thing you know, I'm disconnected. All right, so let me read what this says. So this says, so Joseph wanted to know, hi Danielle, hope you're okay. Just letting you know, oh, that was a personal, okay. I mean, although it's public, Joseph, I believe Joseph in the UK? I can't remember where Joseph is from, but Joseph got, I think he's from the UK because he said he's got a holiday book. So I think he's British. But he was telling us about like his job updates and stuff like that. And he got this new job that he was excited about, and it didn't turn out well, and he no longer works there. So I'd be looking for Joseph's updates. Marcy, who I think is still in the live here, she says, hello Danielle, hope you're doing great, having a great day, and your father's getting better. I have a question about the use of facial masks overnight. Would that be overkill and affect the skin barrier? Have an amazing rest of your evening. Marcy, love you, girl. How do I make me? Can I make me bigger? Okay, there we go. All right, so it depends on what the face mask is. There are some masks that you can use overnight, and typically it's hard to overdo it with the hydration. There is a condition where if you overhydrate your skin, it could affect your skin. It's kind of rare. It's kind of hard to do that, and I think you would have to be using the overnight mask like every night for like time after time for it to like really mess with your skin's barrier. Try it out and see how it is. You probably won't even need to use an overnight mask that often anyway, because a lot of them give you such a hydration boost that you might not need to use it so often. So give it a whirl. Try it out. See how you like it. All right. So let's go back here. Okay, so Paige Pop said, hi, Danielle. This question may be a bit strange, but I have a combination. Sometimes I can't read good, but I have combination skin, oily nose and cheeks. Do you feel like the sunscreen is too heavy on our faces? I prefer my e.l.f. Invisible Matte Sunscreen over all the other ones, even my Fenty and Kiehl's. So there is a point to that. I watch a lot of Dr. Dre. Wait, let me come back here so I can get to see me. So lay it out. I watch a lot of Dr. Dre, not the rapper, the dermatologist here on YouTube. And she's adamant about the fact that products don't make your skin more oily or whatever. But if you have oily skin and you're putting something that feels, not so nice on top of it, it might not feel great. So me myself personally in the summertime, I have oily skin, not as oily as I used to be because getting up there in age, and the skin sometimes does tend to dry up a little bit as we age. Nonetheless, she get a little oil breakthrough and whatnot. I tend to switch the kind of products that I use in the summertime because here in New York, it's very hot in the summer and it's very cold and dry in the winter. So I need something totally different for those, two different atmospheres. So if you're finding that your Elf matte sunscreen is working better for your lifestyle and your skin and whatnot, then go in and use that. I'm trying to think of something else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I think last time we were on live, somebody was like, "Well, I can use the same skincare products year round." It's just like, okay, so you're using the products that work for the season for you. It just so happens that the products that you're using works for every season. Not everybody has that, so I can't use the same thing I use in the winter time that I would use in the summer. Aside from where'd it go? The Olay Super Cream has, been one of the few rare moisturizers or sunscreen that I could use in multiple seasons. Because either things are not moisturizing enough for the winter, or they're too heavy for the summer. All right, let's go back to these questions. Jackie B. Edward had asked, "Have you tried the one size powder melt glass setting spray?" And boy, have I! Let me see if I can find my video on it because I did it on Instagram, so you could like see it. Oh wait, I don't think I did a demo of it, so now I gotta just talk to you about it because I did a video where I review products West Indianly. I be trying stuff out. Wait, let me share this tab instead. Oh wait, I can't share it because there's the music on it. But you can see what's happening here. It's got that hot work, hot work, hot work, hot work, hot work. I on it. But I don't want to get demonetized here on YouTube. So, I'm basically using my West Indian facial expressions for products, and I love the powder melt. Okay, so let me talk to you about the powder melts. So, if you remember that Coley Cole, no, I don't think that was you, Coley Cole. Oh, well, you said it was you, so you lucky living in California. What the hell was I getting ready to say? Oh yeah, the Patrick Star. Yo, I be getting it mixed up because I be like, there's Patrick Tar, there's Patrick Star, and then there's that other star, and it's like, oh no. Okay. Anyway, that glass melt setting spray, whatever it's called, from One Size, I freaking love that. Let me tell you why. So if you remember from back in the day, I mean, they still sell it, but it's definitely a very much a back in the day kind of product. The Mac Fix Plus. Mac Fix Plus was, well, is, I should say, because I still use Mac Fix Plus in my routine. It's a hydrating spray. It's not going to set your makeup, but what it does is it hydrates the skin. So like when you have like powders and all these other layers of makeup on, it kind of melts it into your skin. So you're not looking so powdery. It looks more skin-like and natural. Okay. Um, the thing with Fix Plus, it beautiful, but it wasn't something that could set your makeup. What that Patrick Star One Size glass melting powder melting glass skin spray, whatever it's called. What that does is it does similar to Fix Plus, where it the powder, the setting powder, and all that other stuff It kind of like melts it into your skin so it doesn't look as powdery. You have this like nice kind of like a glass skin kind of look, and it keeps your makeup on. So I was just like, the only thing, right? Because you have to keep in mind the finish of what you put on. So I like to wear liquid blushes or gel blushes that have like a, like a dewy finish to it. This summer I've been wearing a lot of the Ilia foundation stick when I go out. Yeah, I don't think I've worn any other foundation yet this summer besides the Ilia stick. And the Ilia stick has a matte finish. So, I've got the matte texture, and then I've got like the glossy. And when I spray that on top, it gives me like a nice rate. Can I say radiance? Yeah, radiance, but not like, but I'm not saying like it's adding any like shimmer or anything like that. It gives you that glass skin look. Now, and it's funny too because I wore it to go to Cowboy Carter. The first night it was cold. The second time I went, it was very warm, and moving around it got even warmer, and my makeup looked amazing by the end of the night, even with like the glowy finishes and that setting spray, giving you the glass skin. So, but I think like if you have something that's super dewy on already and finished, and then you put that on top, it's going to intensify the dewiness. So, you just gotta be mindful. But I freaking love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, let me see. Well, first let me go in the chat and see if I missed anything because y'all been chatting. I love that for us. All right. Value size facial sunscreen. You know what's funny? I feel like they come out with the value size stuff in January, but not. So I've seen a lot of value size stuff in January, but I don't really see a lot of that in the summertime. That's strange. But look on Yes Style, because I noticed that some of the Korean and Japanese and the Asian sunscreens that they sell over there, they do come in bigger sizes as well. So check that out. Supergoop, I think, has some bigger sizes. But your best place to go for like value size facial sunscreen is the drugstore. Don't sleep on like the Walgreens brand or the CVS brand, because I believe I've tried some Walgreens brand and maybe some CVS brand sunscreens here on the channel that were really nice, and they were like at the time they were like $2.99. I don't know with inflation and what's going on in the world today that if it's still priced similarly, but wait. Miss Lynn said, I'm still pinching on the gift card I won from you. Yes. Let's see. See, this is what I love about y'all, giving people warm welcomes. Welcome, Michelle. Thank you. Jesse Knight. And I said hello to Marcy earlier. Hello, everyone. Jackie agreed that Skylar's very pricey for every day. I have a Skylar roll-on perfume. I believe it's called Full Cashmere. I think that's the one I like. It finished in a week and a half. Cold Diva is in the house. Good evening. Michelle says she likes the smell of that Dove one. Yes. I use the Dove spray, the big can I can get from Amazon, 3 large bottles for $14. Yes, that's what I got. And I wish that Costco would have that particular one, because Costco, sometimes I see the 3 and I'm pretty sure it's cheaper than what they have at Amazon. But the Costco one was the cucumber flavor. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to smell like cucumber up underneath my arms. You know what I mean? Stew peas. Hey, Stew peas. Said, love the Dove dry sprays. I alternated with it in the original solid because the spray alone will ruin my sinuses. Oh, no. Damn, little sis. The vitamin C serum caused the hypopigmentation on my... Oh, I remember we were talking about that. I use a Japanese deodorant called Decorat, and it works pretty well for me. I'm sorry for the hooked on phonics moment. What can I do quickly for a bruise I got on Sunday? What is that thing called again? Wasn't that arsenic? Arsenic is poison. What is that stuff called? What is the stuff called for bruising that starts with an A? I think it's arnica. Arnica cream. And Lord, do not ask me where I remember that from. Jesus. All right. That furniture needs to move out the way when it sees you cover. Word. Let's see. How do I get rid of mosquito bites and hyperpigmentation? I'm using glycolic acid. Listen, body hyperpigmentation is super hard. Like you got it's super hard to treat, and you got to be so patient because it takes forever. You definitely want to make sure you're wearing sunscreen. You definitely want to make sure you're moisturizing because dry skin can also, dryness can also exacerbate hyperpigmentation. Um, Using the glycolic acid can help. Just don't use it too often because you don't want to get to a point where it's like irritating your skin and causing more hyperpigmentation. Sunscreen and patience, consistency and patience. And then, unfortunately, you might even get to a point where it's like, damn, this thing ain't even going away. And at that point, if it depends on how much it matters to you, like if it's like, oh my god, this has got to go because like I'm a leg model and I can't have this on my leg, then go to a dermatologist, and they have like lasers and stuff like that will work better than what you have at home, what you work with at home. No, you can ask questions here. My bad. Okay, I have someone that has acne. Excuse me. I have someone that has acne around the perioral and cheek area and has not been curated with retinols and sensitive skin products. Any thoughts? I was going to suggest maybe oil cleansing, like bumps around here, because I'm wondering if it's because I had something like that after I had my, what do you call it when they put the thing in your stomach and they look at your intestines? Colonoscopy. When I had after I had a colonoscopy, I had perioral, what do they call it? I can't speak. Perioral dermatitis is what it's called. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but I had that around my mouth. It was like a whole bunch of like a gang, like a colony, just boom, 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 all over my face. And I don't remember what I did, but I do have a video where I talked about it. And thank goodness for that, because child, perioral. And in the video, I think I was pronouncing it as perorial. so ignore that in the video. But if that's the same thing, Cold Diva, I just put a link in the chat to that video, because I asked Brown Skin Derm. I was like, girl, what is this that I got? But she said it was sometimes it happens after like an IV or whatever. And they're not always 100% sure where it came from. What's your favorite for sunspot hyperpigmentation at this point? I've seen your vids. I'm curious if you have any new faves. Sunspot hyperpigmentation? I don't know what you mean. Michelle, my boo. Do you mean sunscreen? Or dark spot to get rid of dark spots? Let me know, Michelle. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm a little slow. How do you prevent scarring after you get a stitch on your lip and upper lip? Okay, so you definitely need to follow your doctor's care and advice, because you don't want to go starting scar treatment too early before it like heals. It's like a delicate kind of like tango with it. But there's these gels that you can use, scar gels. What's that brand? Mederma makes one. You can even ask your doctor. Your doctor might have something that might work really, really well too. But Mederma works really well. And then they have some that have SPF. You want to definitely, depending on where it is on your lip, you could probably get some sunscreen because sun exposure will make the scarring worse. And but some of those gels, there's gels and there's like patches that you can use for scar prevention, and both will come with like an SPF version. When I got my breast reduction, the doctor gave me some stuff for scar, to prevent scarring, and I put it on. And then my derm said that, like if you want laser to get, but I was like, listen, if anybody is on it enough to see these, they can look at some scars. But there was something else I had where I needed to get rid of a scar. But the Mederma worked. This is like years ago when I had something else with a scar. Like y'all heard Mercedes, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. Oh, if it's cystic, have them just have a little chat with their doctor, because when stuff is like around the mouth, it could be many things. Hello, Tanya. Oh, that says Tanya. Yo, the one thing about Dr. Dre, I had no idea that. Well, I did after a while realize that she posts every single day. But lately, because her videos hadn't come up for me for a while, and then I was watching some videos recently. She's having fun. I love that. Okay. Oh, we just talked about, does Ambi work for dark spots? It can. However, with dark spots, there's levels to this. So when you have a new dark spot, which basically means you just got it or it's under like 3 or 4 months old, those type of dark spots are easier to treat with things that you can buy over the counter like Ambi. But when you get into the territory of you've had the dark spot 4 months and longer, sometimes stuff that you buy over the counter is not going to give you the results. Well, it's not that it's not. It may not give you the results that you're looking for with the older dark spots. So when it comes to older dark spots, you want to see a professional, because the professionals have all of the cool creams and tools and procedures that you can't get, with over-the-counter skincare. So usually the first line of defense, like if you go to a dermatologist, usually the first line of defense is a prescription cream. Now, there is a sponsor on the channel, Agency, where you can get prescription creams, custom prescription creams, virtually. So basically you go to their website. I'll put a link, because if you use them, I'd like for you to use my link. I'll put a link where you can find out more about Agency. And here, I'll put it in the chat, but then I will also put it in the description of this video. But yeah, so with Agency, it's a virtual consultation. You send them your photos. You send them, hold on. Because sometimes I can't talk and do it at the same time. So I'm over here trying to update the thing and talk to you at the same time. All right, so now the Agency link is in the description as well. So with them, you do the skin quiz, you take pictures of your skin, you send it over. They, their licensed dermatology provider, they'll looks at it, and then they'll determine like, okay, these are the ingredients that you need at these percentages, yada yada yada. So if you don't have pros that you trust or anything in your area, I would go the Agency. You can go the Agency route first, because then that you don't even have to leave your house for that. Now the thing with prescription skincare, for a lot of people, it's like once they do that, it's like, oh, I'm good. But for some people, they need even more, and that's when it's like, all right, now you got to go in. Maybe you get some peels, maybe you get some laser, or what have you. But even when you get those kind of procedures, it still takes time because a lot of times they need to do like 3 or 4 sessions, and then they got to space them out. So that just reminded me of something because I am going crazy lately because and I feel like I feel like I've complained about this pretty often, but on Instagram is a very strange place. And it's a very strange place to be a skincare content creator because people's attention spans are like this, right? And so, like, I get questions where someone's like, "What's a good moisturizer?" That is such a loaded question for me because I feel like people just want me to be like, "Okay, go use blah 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 blah," blah, like rattle off a moisturizer. But I like I can't do that. I need to know what's your skin type, what's your budget, and then all of these questions I need to ask. I also don't have the time to be, which is why I have YouTube here, and I have the longer videos, and it can go into longer in longer detail with them. But I feel like there are a lot of people who they're like, you can't just tell me what moisturizer to use, and there's a battle with that because I'm like, there's content creators that'll just be like, pointing the shit and be like, get this, get this, get this, and people will buy it. But I can't do that because I feel like, all right, I can tell you, boom, 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 go buy this. 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, if that ain't for you, you like, well, she told me, it's hard. All right, anyway. So like when this person asked if Ambi was good for dark spots, like I had a whole like probably 5-minute answer. But the thing with Ambi was holding out because what makes Ambi amazing is because it had hydroquinone in it. And they were one of the longest holdouts when under the CARE Act, they said that any percentage of hydroquinone you had to get a prescription. And Ambi was still selling their hydroquinone products, but eventually they had to switch over to be hydroquinone free. Are you still using the red light mask on face and neck area? Have you experienced full body red light therapy? Yes, I'm still using it. This week I just realized that I forgot to use it yesterday, and I've also been forgetting to use the helmet mask for red light mask. I think once I get into a routine with one thing, and then I'm like, okay, but what about this? That sometimes my brain, but I do still use it. It's just this week I've been like, now full body red light therapy, I would absolutely love to try because I just feel like after the gym or after a walk, I can't even sit down in a chair for too long without like my lower back starting to mess with me. I just know that like if I got into a full red light body apparatus, y'all wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. I'd be in here doing flips and whatnot. Excuse me. Advice on how to stop indentation from makeup when wearing glasses. So a setting spray can help. Before the setting spray, if you're, setting, I thought it was something on my shirt. It was on the computer screen. Before this setting spray, if you set your makeup with powder, that can help to avoid some of the like creasing. But try to give it a couple of minutes before you put your glasses back on after you do your makeup, because you kind of want things to, set and, kind of, but a setting spray can help, like the one from One Size. They have so many of them, but I'm talking about the matte setting spray one, if that's what you want. But I think the matte setting spray one would probably be best for something like this. And then also you kind of have to be, I was gonna say you have to be cognizant of wearing makeup, but then when I thought about it, when I have on how you remove your glasses, but I don't notice indentation in my makeup when I have on glasses. Now, mind you, I should be wearing my glasses more often than I should be. I kind of wear them on here because it kind of makes me feel like I got dressed a little bit, like. But these, like, I really should be wearing my glasses more often. But I do wear sunglasses a lot, and I still don't get like the indentation on my from my eyewear. So just give it a little bit, the powder and the setting spray. You should be good. Um, Thank you, Big Sis. I'll check out Yes Style again. I fell in love with the Equate sunscreen for all, but can't find it anymore. Darn these two-faced hateful companies. Oh, which is the Dove spray that you like? I linked it in the description of this video, but it's I threw it in the garbage. Let me see if I could. Okay. The invisible clear finish one. So. Okay. Any fragrance-free, sensitive, acne-safe sunscreen that doesn't make face oily, especially in the summer. All right. So, typically, people who are acne prone typically like mineral sunscreens because zinc has healing properties and it can kind of help with acne. Now, the problem with zinc sunscreens is, they be looking the way they look. So I would try, let me see, because every time there's a great mineral sunscreen from Olay, they be getting rid of it. But I see they still have the Olay Sensitive Mineral Sunscreen. I will link this in the oh shoot, it says only they might have discontinued this because on Amazon right now it's saying only 2 left in stock. So hurry up and get this one. I won't even put it in the description because unique minds, you get a chance to get it. But it is fragrance free, it's sensitive, and it does blend in nicely. So you can search Olay mineral sunscreen, sensitive mineral sunscreen on the channel, and you can pull up a video of me applying it so you can see how it looks before you buy it. I will say though, it might not be for the summer, but try it and see. Because I remember it being very creamy, but something being very creamy doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to feel oily. You know what I mean? Other than that, if you go on the channel and this is a couple of years back, I need to get Acne Expert on the channel again. I haven't done a video with her in a long time, but Acne Expert did a collab video with me. I want to say like 2 or 3 years ago, where she talked about some acne safe sunscreens. A lot of them were mineral, but I think that she did have some organic ones in there as well. But because it was a couple of years old, maybe there's more. But check out that video. She might have. I think she mentioned in that video things to look for. So if something that is mentioned is no longer available because the video is a couple of years old, then you could use her guidelines to kind of figure out. All right. I know it's not exactly skincare, but do you have any products for long-lasting hydration to your hair? I need mad help. My issues is dry as blood. Girl, stop. We'll love a hair care vid one day. I like Amika. I've been using the Amika stuff. The Amika line, I forget the name of it, but Amika's the brand, but I forget the name of the line. The line might even have hydration in the name, but I know that the packaging is like blue. I've been liking that. I think there's a video that I did with Dr. Agu, because I remember her saying something. Yeah, if you put dry hair or something like that in a search in the channel, it should pull up. Because I remember her talking about using glycerin, Like if you've got very dry hair, if it's especially if it's natural, because you go put glycerin on silk press. It's like, girl, what'd you do that for? You gonna revert your miss. But check out that video. There should be some good info. Yes, around mouth and cheeks area, they do have gut issues that we're working through, but this is long-standing now, over 6 months. Ooh, yeah, talk to the doctor, because certain breakouts in certain areas, I don't know if that's still considered like a pseudoscience, but if they are having gut issues, then it might be connected. So I would talk to the doctor. How do I save the link that you just put in the chat without leaving the live? Uh-oh, what link did I just put in the live? Oh wait, I don't. Oh, this one. How do I even copy it? Oh no. I don't even remember what link that was for. What did I do? What was that? Does anybody remember what that link was? Shoot, that was 16 minutes ago. I have sunspots, liver spots. They look like freckles on my cheekbones, especially on the left from driving the car. Any current fave hyperpigmentation treatment records? If you've had it for a while, you probably need, stuff that you use over the counter is probably not going to give you the the it may not give you the results that you're looking for. So I would definitely check out agency. They are a I was gonna say supporter. That's not what I meant to say. Sponsor of the channel. But they do custom prescription skincare that can help with like these older dark spots. It's under the guidance of a licensed dermatology provider. And I would also highly, 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 if you aren't already, make sure you're wearing a sunscreen and make sure you're reapplying it, because when you're in the car, even the UVA, which makes hyperpigmentation worse, it penetrates through the window. So, and you might even want to consider. I don't know if you can drive. I don't think you can drive with that, because I saw Doctor. Her name's not Doctor April. Dr. Steven. Alexis. Dr. Alexis. Yo, when I tell you that my brain does that with people that I've known for a long time. Like it even does that with family members sometimes. I'll be sitting here looking at a family member trying to remember their name. My brain, my poor brain. But anyway, she just had a video on Instagram where she had this like visor thing that I was like, oh, that's so cool. Wait, I don't think you can wear a visor like that while you're driving. Maybe you can. Maybe you can see through it. But I would consider also wearing something like that when you're not driving, because it'll help to give you that protection. Or even just like a really big hat or something can help you in addition to the sunscreen. But if they're older spots, I will go to agency route. Or if you have a dermatologist, talk to your dermatologist directly. Thank you for the tips. I also use anti-inflammation cream for the bites, and I will try to be patient. Yo, man. Right? She has definitely. I'm like, she's funny. She's having fun. I see she puts on a little makeup here and there. I be like, right? She has been sassy lately. I be like, okay, Dr. Dre. All right. What's the best under eye filler? That's not a question that I could answer, because there's so many companies who make filler, and even within the companies that make filler, they have so many different types. It really depends on where you place in the filler, how much you need, what you need it for, what your face is looking like. So that's hard to tell, because I don't even ask my doctor. She tells me what she puts when I get filler. Oh, by the way, guys, I dissolved my under eye filler because I wanted to get more, but she said let's take out like dissolve it and like kind of start fresh. And when I tell you that I did that, I think 2 weeks ago. And like today was the day when I really noticed that like the hollows were coming back, And I was like, Lord, Makia, I wait to see her again. I think I see her next week, Friday, maybe. But she'll tell me what she's using. Do I remember? No. So I think that's a conversation best had during a consultation with a well vetted injector, because it's going to vary for everybody. Like something I use might not even be relevant for you. um Full body red light is so nice, relaxing, calming, and energizing at the same time. Definitely helped me with back pain. I want it. There was a company, as a matter of fact, I need to hit them up because they said they was going to send me something. They ain't send it, unless I think that might be one of the boxes I haven't opened up yet. But there was a company that wanted to, well, there was a company that makes red light devices, not the company that I use. But I was like, oh, so give me that panel so I could be putting it on my back. They was like, no. And I was like, well, what you hit me up for? Oh, okay. All right. Hey, Fab Mish. Well, all right. This is a safe space, right? No, I'm not trying that. Some of these people, I'd be like, you can't have a, like, you like, ugh. So, like, all right, brands, and this is all brands. This is not, anybody in particular, right? But brands, especially when the brand has the money to do it, they have these PR people who will reach out to influencers and editors and, yada, 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 to talk to them about their product or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's not very often that you'll have someone who is within the community with you. And not to say that, like, I don't know if this woman knows who I am or whatever, but like, if I feel like if you are an influencer yourself and you want influencers to talk about your stuff, like, I feel like I don't know how easy this is to explain, but it's just like I just be like, girl, you can't hit a little comment, a little like, even it ain't even got to be you, because once you're like, brands don't be monitoring their own social media, like celebrities probably don't monitor their own social media. So like, y'all can't give me a little comment or nothing. You just want me to talk about your stuff, like. Any other influencer brand that has wanted me to talk about this stuff has the owner has either DM'd me personally, or even if it wasn't really the owner, but somebody DM'd me. Crave Beauty, the girl hit me up. She was like, oh my God, like, she'd be in the comments or whatever. And it's like, what's her name? Susan Yara from Natorium. I know some of y'all be like, ooh, Susan, ooh. I like Susan. I know that people are still mad at what she did with the launch. We ain't besties. It's not like, like, not like I'm, going to like her kid's graduation and stuff like that. But like, you gotta, I don't know. It's like, say something. So I'm not trying no damn Dr. Idris sunscreen. Sorry. The thing is, right, because I wanted to answer your question, and it's not a, obviously it's not a bad question, but that has been going through my mind for quite some time, and I feel like don't be emailing me the link for the acne sunscreen vid. Oh, Smitty, I just saw that you had asked a question. Is Smitty still here? Well, Smitty might still be here. Smitty had asked me to talk about peptides. All right. So the thing with peptides, right? I'll tell you everything that I know. There's different types of peptides. Like it's like a category, right? Um, in skincare, they can be helpful to kind of plump the skin, but I wouldn't like spend a gazillion dollars on a peptide cream. I like I wouldn't do it because I feel like certain topical skincare is amazing. Like you don't have to spend a gazillion dollars on your topical skincare. If you feel like a brand is like meeting your aesthetic and you love everything that they do and like it's like, oh my God, I want this luxury, then go in and let have. But if you're looking for a noted change, a lot of times I'm like, go to an esthetician, go to a dermatologist, somebody in aesthetics. Because while you still have to use your regular skincare products, this is something that I had to explain to somebody the other day because they were like, I shouldn't be talking about dark spots because I get filler. And I was like, like, huh? Like, filler don't get rid of dark spots. Like, okay. But even when you do procedures, you still need to use your, regular skincare products because you have to maintain your skin. So hopefully that answers your question, Smitty, about peptide. If you had something more specific that you wanted me to say to talk about, let me know. How can we properly vet an injector? What are the questions or things to look for? I'm so glad you asked that because I got a video coming up on Sunday on how to vet these, not specifically injectors, but just how to vet skin pros in general. So your dermatologists, your estheticians, your injectors, your plastic surgeons. So, and then there's some questions in that video as well. So thank you. Is spray sunscreen or liquid better for the body? I'm inconsistent with sunscreen for the face, but not the body. I'm consistent with sunscreen for the face, but not the body. Okay, so a lot of like these sunscreen purists will tell you that no, don't use spray sunscreen. Anything that has an SPF on it, as long as you use enough, it is sunscreen. Now, there is some issue with the spray sunscreen because one, people don't apply enough, and two, sometimes the particles can get on your skin. Sometimes they can be up in the air over here where it don't even matter. So when you're putting on a spray, if you're going to spray it directly into your body, make sure that you also rub it in with your hands, or you can spray it in your hands and then rub it on your body, because then that way you make sure that you're not skipping any areas. So I wouldn't say one is better than the other. It depends on your lifestyle, what's easiest for you. Whatever's going to get you to be consistent with that sunscreen, use that. I jump around from different sunscreens only because by virtue of this and making sure that I have things to talk to you guys about. But you find that sunscreen that you like and that you're gonna wear, do it. Let's see. I need the firming ones and tried the peach and lily, and I tried the Ulla Henriksen cream, but that left me feeling like it didn't absorb into my skin. I feel like sometimes peptides are also marketed as an alternative to retinol, or retinoids, I should say. I don't know. This is why I would say like don't spend a gazillion dollars on a peptide. Like what are your goals, Smitty? Like what are you trying to do? Like what is like is it gels? Is because that'll help me to steer you in a better direction. When you have a chance, can someone with acne prone sensitive skin does or Dr. Zenobia skincare have the moisturizer but want to try more of it? Wait. Danielle, when you have a chance, can someone with acne prone skin, sensitive skin, does or Dr. Zenobia? I don't understand. Dr. Zenobia has a really nice. They stopped selling it at Sephora, which annoyed me. But I liked their benzoyl peroxide cleanser. I used to get some acne. Lord, I would get acne, and I like that one, and I use it for like body, like what's the things called, ingrown hairs. I don't really get ingrown hairs like that because I'm doing laser and I haven't needed to shave in like forever. Um, have you had a chance to try the Morphe SPF 30 Sunsetter Spray? I've tried it and it makes my face look a little greasy, but I'm trying to do better with sun protection. I haven't tried that. Morphe had, I don't really buy Morphe products. They had an eyeshadow palette, beautiful eyeshadow palette that I tried years ago. And like I kept getting like these little dots underneath my eyes. I was like, what the hell is happening? And it took me a little while to realize that it was the fallout from the eyeshadow palette. And I was like, why does I've never had an eyeshadow break me out. So I was like, no, I ain't too tough on the Morphe, too tough. What are your feelings regarding Fenty Sunset Spray? Any different or additional advice? Oh, what is the Fenty Sunset Spray? Let me Google that. Fenty Sunset Spray. Oh my gosh, all these pop-ups. Like, I just want to. Somebody with attention issues like me, having a whole bunch of pop-ups on a screen is no good because I'm like, where? I'm not seeing a sunset spray. Oh, do you mean setting spray? Yo, y'all be killing me because I be reading your stuff for how it is. I don't think I've tried the Fenty setting spray. I don't think I have. What issue were you having? Let me know, and then maybe it's like a thing and maybe not necessarily a Fenty thing. I was at an appointment with a dermatologist. My only problem is my pores and my cheek set area, but I'm gonna buy a red light mask. Yeah, that can help. So pores are something that marketing will definitely so try to tell you that, like, oh, you can shrink your pores, and it's like your pore size is your pore size. Now there's two things that you can do. Well, I'm like putting up four fingers. There's two things you can do for pores to make them look better. One, make sure that you're cleansing properly and exfoliating regularly, because if you've got debris and gunk in your pores, it's going to make them look enlarged. Another thing you can do is to tighten the skin, because then that makes the pores appear smaller, and you can tighten the skin through red light. You can tighten the skin through retinoids, especially tretinoin. Or you can visit the dermatologist and be like, Doc, what can I do to tighten up this skin? Because there's lasers and other treatments that you can that can help. Damn, how am I getting a package so late? Who delivering packages at 9 o'clock? I gotta go downstairs and go get it. I ain't doing all of that. Laser ship? What did I order? I'll get that in the morning. I ain't going outside. Yeah, let me see. But let me tell you something. Like my inbox, like put something in the subject where it's like Smitty Buckshot or something like that. But when I tell you, my email inbox has been a freaking mess because everybody want to add you to their mailing list. Like, don't be adding me to your mailing list. I said that I want to be added to your mailing list. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, that plus spam. And then the thing is, I don't have my Gmail filtered anymore because when I tell you, I missed out on like 10 sponsorships because Gmail kept putting those messages in my not the spam box, but like the promotional box. And I was like, so mad. I was like, don't you ever in your life Are y'all familiar with epidermal cysts? I was just diagnosed with them, and it's not a joke. It takes work. Hey, Victoria. Where's your epidermal cysts? Where in your face is it? Yeah. Well, here's the thing with. Ooh, Lord. Here's the thing. Like, honestly, I can tell when something's bullshit before I even read it. So I just. But the thing is, if I can be on top of it, cool. But then it's like if I don't check my email first thing in the morning, and then maybe again in the afternoon, sometimes the stuff gets buried in there. Like even like important emails. I'm like, I'm always having to say sorry for the delay. It's so annoying. An epidermal cyst? Girl, where is that? Wait, let me Google epidermal cyst. Epidermal cyst. Girl, do I wanna? Okay. I've not heard the term, but I've seen these before. Oh. Ouch. Let me stop looking at this. Yikes. Oh, is it there? Girl. Tell us. Tell us what's the tea. What's the tea, girl? All right, let me make sure that see if I answered the questions from earlier. Let's see. Did I answer everyone's question? Miss Lynn said, "Why do you think everyone is getting a pixie cut? Not everyone has the face shape for a pixie." No shade. I think I missed something in the trends. Have I seen? Oh, you know what? I have been seeing people talking about getting pixie cuts. I don't know. I think with social media, especially like TikTok, I feel like people are around so many opinions and options and things that people are doing that it makes people braver to try things. I don't know. I honestly think that I might get a relaxer. I know that has nothing to do with anything, but like my hairstylist today was like, "Can I make a suggestion?" Because I got a weave put in 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I did a side part, and I quickly realized that no freaking way should I be having a deep side part weave with all of that swoop over my face in the summertime. I was like, what was I thinking? Because with hair stuff, I'm not that swift with like hairstyles and stuff like that. And I'm not bad at styling my hair because with this, I do like a nice little wand curl and it'd be looking nice or whatever. But it took me a minute to remember how to do it because I hadn't had a weave in so long before that. But anyway, so she's like, "Can I make a suggestion? Let's just put a little relaxer just here." Because I wound up having, I wound up going back to him being like, "Can we take this side part weave out and get me a flip over?" And that's what we did. And she was like, "Let's relax here a little bit." And I was just like, when they took my hair out, the weave and the braids and whatnot, and I was looking at my hair, and I was like, "Yo, I've been natural since 2010, and I keep having issues." And I was like, "I ain't had these issues when I had a relaxer." So I don't know. But let me tell you something. If I get my relaxer, I ain't talking about it because I ain't having. I ain't having nobody blame me. Talk about I'm promoting relaxers. I'm gonna just get in and be like, one day I woke up and every young girlie was picked up. I was like, what did I miss? Yo. Now see the pixie. Oh right, and you know what's funny? Yes, I have been noticing that too because I think I came across somebody's TikTok or two TikToks where people were like waving the white flag of pixie defeat because pixie cuts are extremely laborious, okay? Because you kind of constantly be like, getting trims and shaping up, especially if you got a little something in the back, you got to shape that up. Because I shaved one side of my, I don't even remember what side. I think it was this side that I had shaved at one point. And I had to shape up my 5 o'clock shadow routinely on the side of my head because it's very noticeable when the hair grows back in. So yeah, I do remember that, and like people realizing that like you got to be curling that mess. It's a pixie is a lot. Nana says she loves her pixie. She said knows pixie slander will be heard here. I love my pixie. um Lutrice, oh girl, where you at in this picture? Lutrice Strong says, "What's a good moisturizing skin tint?" I like the Fenty. Um, they have the mineral one, the mineral sunscreen one, but then they also have one that I think is not not tinted. It is tinted, but it doesn't have sunscreen, so they have two. It's quite dewy and shiny. You might need to, set it with a little powder if it's too shiny. Um, I'm trying to think of who else. You know who had a really good skin tint, like the best skin tint I've ever tried in life? The lady from the Real Housewives of Potomac. I think her name is Giselle. Now I don't watch the show. I think Giselle got into some issues, with some stuff. But I believe it was her who had a line of skin tints at Target. She ain't got it no more. But when I went to go try that many years ago, that was one of the best skin tints I've ever tried. So I was like, damn, why it didn't work out for her? But I guess even if it worked out, I guess like with the controversy she had on the show, and I honestly don't remember. I feel like it was something with colorism or something like that. With her, I feel like when you're on a show like that and you have a business, it's like it can bring a lot of I just realized that my little calendar still said June. When you're on a show like that, it can bring a lot of attention to you, but then if you're involved in some sort of like controversy, it can also affect your business. It can affect it positively, but it could also very much um what you call it, affect it very negatively. But she had an amazing skin tint. But me myself personally, I said all that to say, me personally, I don't love a skin tint. I feel like a lot of skin tints make my skin look worse. Like I feel like, ugh. So I wound up not trying a lot of them. I'm trying to think of another one that, let me look on Sephora because I feel like there's one other one that I've tried that I did like. Ilia's skin tint. It's like a serum that beautiful, beautiful. But let me see if there's another one that I've tried that I remember. Scented moisturizer. Are they starting with these fucking fireworks? This is a black and brown neighborhood. We don't do July 4th over here. The fuck? It sounds like they doing it on my terrace. Like, what is y'all doing? Listen, man. I will call the cops. Oh my god. All right. Tower 28 has I would say that the Tower 28 tinted sunscreen, not the mineral one that they just got in a whole bunch of trouble for, but their Sunny Days SPF tinted sunscreen. But I would say that's more of a foundation than a tinted moisturizer, but that was really nice. Look at the Yummy Skin Tint from Danessa Myricks. I don't think I've tried that, but Danessa Myricks hasn't steered me wrong thus far, so I can imagine that her skin tint is amazing too. Yeah, I'm looking at all these other skin tints on Sephora. I don't see nothing else. Try Ami Collet. I haven't tried it, but that's the sister right there. Maybe she got something good. Um, yeah, I'm just scrolling and I'm seeing all of the BS. Oh shoot, I didn't know that it's new. Oh, it's probably not even that great of a tint. I think it's just one color. I just now saw that Peter Thomas Roth Hyaluronic Cloud Water Drench has a tinted moisturizer, but it's only one shade, so I'm pretty sure that's booty butt. All right. So in conclusion, look at Ami Collet, Danessa Myricks. I haven't tried those two. I don't think. Um, but they sisters. And sisters is doing it for themselves. Look at the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint or something like that. It's called. And Fenty, the Fenty Blurring Skin Tint, and then Fenty also has a mineral sunscreen tint. That's nice. So there you go. All right, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying up here in the chat because mama time. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, Paigey, Wagey. I think I answered one of your questions, Paige. I later was watching Good Films for the 10th time. I asked a question when you posted, but I don't know if you answered it yet. I think I answered your question. Let me look. Mr. Do you feel like the sunscreen is too? Okay, so yeah, I did answer this, but I'll tell you real quick again. Hopefully, you're still on here. I think that how did I answer that again? Well, basically, it's like sometimes you need different moisturizers or different sunscreens for the different seasons. And if you're feeling like the Elf Invisible Matte sunscreen, you prefer that one, then go for it. Because there's so many different formulas that sunscreens come in. There are mattifying ones, there's dewy ones, there's natural finish ones, there's ones that I said natural and dewy and whatnot already. So yeah. So you might need to look for things that are very lightweight. One thing that I didn't say in the answer before that I'm just now remembering that I probably should have said, also look into Korean and Japanese sunscreens. They make some of the most lightweight sunscreens. You can go on yesstyle.com. There's oliveyoung.com. What's the other one, guys? The other iHerb, like the letter I and herb, HERB. There's one more that I'm forgetting where you can get like Korean and Japanese sunscreens. If you live in New York City, you can go to Tezo Life. I think Tezo Life has other locations. They might be in Georgia and Texas as well too. But Tezo Life is a Japanese store where you can get like beauty products and snacks and stuff like that. And you can get like the Japanese sunscreens up in there. But if you live in like a major city, Los Angeles might have places where you can get like these foreign sunscreens. Technically, they're not supposed to sell them because I think the U.S. government is like, no, you have to have American filters, the filters that we use here in America. Oh, I almost forgot to try these. See, y'all ain't remind me. All right, so this is from Harlem. I'm gonna try these and then I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta bathe and go to bed. Harlem Perfume Company, Golden Muse. Oh, there was another thing I wanted to ask. All right, I'm gonna try these. I'm gonna ask y'all my questions. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. So actually, I'm gonna ask my question first, and then I'll try these, so that while I'm trying them, y'all can type y'all answers and I can read them. All right, so I'm going to take a little break for the summer. You might get a video here and there because, like, as a matter of fact, right now I have some Five Below dupes that I'm gonna be. Right now, I've got a whole bunch of dupes that I got from Five Below that I'm gonna do a video on. I will probably, oh, damn, I'll try to film that throughout the weekend because I feel like I got a good response to the fragrance video I posted on Sunday. It didn't get a ton of views, but a lot of people in the comments were like, "Oh my god, please do a video like this again." And I think it's more so that not that it was a fragrance video. I think it was like the way that it was filmed. It was kind of like almost kind of like a vlog-ish kind of little bit. So, and that's easy for me to do because then I can just like film on this instead of having to like put up my lights and my tripod and my professional camera and all that other stuff. That's a professional camera too, but you know what I mean, like professional camera. So maybe I'll try to film that like as I'm like, popping in through the weekend. I might do that. But my question was, what other kind of like videos would you like to see and other topics? Because I do want to talk about more than just skincare. I put up a post asking who wants to see makeup content. And some people are like, okay, yeah. I think I gotta trick y'all with some of the makeup content though. Because I want to talk about other beauty topics, but like if there's like a channel that you watch that covers certain things that I don't cover, and you're like, damn, I like this. I wish Danielle would do this. Let me know in the comments in the chat. But you can also like, where could you leave this? I would say I would do a community post, but I'm probably gonna forget. So try to stick it in the chat. What else? I was also thinking of I also want to post more on this channel. I got to figure out how I can do it. Like maybe upload twice a week, but the second video needs to be something more casual, something a little bit more fun. I really like reactions. I really like reaction videos. I like watching them, and I also like filming them, like doing them. So like if someone has like they're doing something weird in their skincare routine or whatever, and it's like, oh my god, what is this person doing? Let's talk about it together. Let's react to it together. What do you think of that? And I think those are all the questions that I had. But now let's try this, and then I'm gonna go look at your comments in the chat there. Now I realize that's a lot to spring on you. I probably should have asked you that a lot early in the chat, and it's getting close to bedtime. But anyway, this is Golden Muse from Harlem Perfume Company. It's a Black-owned company. The top, well, I don't know if these are the top notes, as in the top notes, but the notes in here are sea salt, Tahitian Manoi, and vanilla caviar. Oh no. Like I feel like it's one of those scents that smells good, but I'm not gonna like it on me. Yeah. I'm gonna put ooh. Ooh. Oh no. Okay. Now here's the thing with me and fragrances, right? Oh Lord, I gotta move away from it. This perfume, there's nothing wrong with it except that I there's some notes in it that my body just doesn't like, right? If I smelt this on somebody else, I'd be like, girl, you smell, or boy, you smell so good. Let me smell you, right? But for me personally, like I can't do it. Just because I don't, but I think y'all know that by now. Just because somebody likes a fragrance doesn't mean you'll like it, and just because they don't like it doesn't mean that you won't like it, you know? All right, so this one, oh my god. Woo, Jesus. All right, this one is Langston Eau de Parfum, and it's chocolate, orange brandy, and jasmine. That sounds freaking amazing. Oh, I think I'm gonna like this one much better. All right, let me spray it over. I gotta get away from. Like it smelled like don't get me wrong, right? I know I'm having a very strong and dramatic reaction, but I'm very strong and dramatic. Like as it's starting to settle down, I'm like, okay, it's not as bad. I would never put it on my skin because I feel like There are a lot of scents that I can't do it, okay? This is no disrespect to them because there's a lot of things that I have the same reaction to. All right, this one I think is going to be nice. Yes. Oh, wait. Oh my God. Ah! I like this one. And you know what's crazy? I'm not going to return this. I'm just going to give this to someone because I have this thing, right? I am no stranger to returning something. If I don't like it, give me my money back. But I feel bad returning Black-owned products because I know how much we already have to go through to, get our stuff in the stores and all that other stuff. And that, I don't want to, this one. Oh my God. So like I said, chocolate, orange brandy, and jasmine. I have no business buying any more perfumes, especially if you saw Sunday's video on the fragrances. But oh my God, I think I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. This, I'm gonna see if Yasmin wants it. Yasmin's my trainer. She freaking loves perfumes. Like she likes a wide array of perfumes, whereas me, I likes what I like. She likes everything almost. This Langston Eau de Parfum from Harlem Perfume Company. They're at Sephora, but it's online only. And that's another reason why I won't return it because they're probably going to have a lot of returns because it's hard to, like you would have to buy this blind because they don't sell it in the stores yet. And I don't want to, add to the return. Like if you buy it and you don't like it and you want to return it, that's on you. I'm not, I don't, that's your money. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but me, myself personally, I don't like returning Black-owned beauty products. Yo, this shit smells so good. This one, not for me. This one, it's called Langston, and this one is Golden Muse. This is nice. All right, let me see what y'all saying in these comments. Yo, okay. I'm glad that came through. Do you have a video on body shapers? Yes, on my fashion channel. There's a video. They were mad at me. They were mad at me in them comments, boy. I was like, y'all can stay mad. Because here's the thing. So the video, I'm gonna say this quick because I really gotta go shower and go to bed. But people were mad because someone had. All right, let me start over. So the reason why I made the video, someone had asked me. I did a video on what to wear if you have a big belly, right? And I'm telling them all of these tips and tricks and what. If you've never watched a fashion channel, a video from my fashion channel, you are missing out. Because I feel like I be cooking. Anyway, so I did that video, but then somebody said, but what if you have like an apron belly? And an apron belly is, in case you don't know, it's the type of belly that kind of hangs over like this, right? It's typical when you've had a baby and you've had the I forget what the diastasis. I never know how to say it. Like I know, like if I saw it written down, I'd be like, that's what I'm talking about. But because I don't say it, like I'm not quite sure how you say that again. Diastasis resti, you know what I'm trying to say. Where like the muscle becomes lax, and it's like So anyway. That, and then somebody had asked, was it apron belly and a fupa, right? So I put apron belly, fupa. Now, the thing is, unlike like if you have like a big belly and you're trying to hide, like there's a different way to hide an apron belly versus if you have like a regular belly, for lack of a better term, right? So the thing is, if you have an apron belly, a lot of times, if you're trying to dress around it, a lot of times you're going to need to put some shapewear on because you need that to smooth it out. Because what happens is that it could wind up looking like kind of like bunched up in your clothing. And when I tell you, I am not mean at all. I think everyone should be looking good. I want everybody to look good, right? Like everybody should look good. And I am so careful with how I say, maybe not so much on the lives, because when I'm filming, I can filter out, things, but really and truly, like even when I like curse and stuff like that on the lives in here, I'm still like a very, I'm very kind hearted. I'm with the heart. The way people were like, this video was a waste of my time because all you talked about was shapewear. I was like, I didn't only talk about shapewear, but then at the same time, I'm like, that's what's gonna help. And then people were mad because I tried the shapewear. And the reason why I tried the shapewear, because I'm like, okay, they keep talking about the same brand all the time in this video. If I'm gonna be having the same ass brand in my video, I need to at least try it. So, like, it don't look like I'm trying to endorse them. I need to try it too and see what I think. So I try it. I didn't love it, but then there were people yelling at me, talk about, oh, I hate when people who ain't got no belly be trying on the stuff, and I'm just like, yo. But long story short, you can't really please anybody. But they was mad. But all of that to say, there's a video on my channel. All right. Ohima. Oh my God. I freaking love Ohima. That woman is so gorgeous. Oh my God. Wait, why y'all listening and not judging for Marcy? What Marcy say? I do like so I watch it and I watch it from you, especially if it's under 10 minutes or short. I like a quick get ready with me. I know they're overdone. I still watch them. There's this white girl that comes on here. I cannot remember her name, but she comes up in my recommended because I've like watched a few of her videos. She talks about like new products coming out and what she thinks of makeup products and whatnot. And I was like, oh my God, I freaking love that. I would love to do something like that. Oh, that's another thing I should have asked y'all. I can't review every skincare product that's out there, but I might have an opinion based on like marketing and, stuff like that. I would love to talk more about product on the channel too. Oh, you bought the Bardot dress since Macy's at 25% off. Oh shoot, I wish my friend Vanessa would have known because she wanted it. She was like, "Did you ain't tell me that dress was $200?" I was like, "Girl, you gotta Not use the Vanessa Mickey with makeup." I was like, "Girl, I ain't paid $200. You gotta wait for it. Wait till it's on sale." All right, let's see. You laugh like the Filipino boy when he gets tickles and it cracks me every time you laugh. I love you laughter and your giggles. Thank you. Okay. Oh, my email is thestyleandbeautydoctor@gmail.com. All written out, Smitty. If you still in here. Let's see. Stalvana is the other one. Okay, thank you so much, Kelly. I couldn't remember. Oh, there's a lot of y'all in South Florida. Whew. But you want to know something? Y'all probably got a different kind of heat than we got here in New York because it gets so freaking hot. I like to keep my hair content in the context of like hair loss and scalp and stuff like that, because then I can get like a good black derm on who specializes in that. Because you definitely don't want me doing like no hairstyling videos and anything like that, because you'd be like, girl, sit. Jessie says she likes the reaction video. Thank you. Content for Black women. Again, you did something similar, but maybe we need more. Yeah, I kind of want to. So here's what I want to do too, but I'm also thinking of how I can display it, because, all right, that's something I got to think of in my head, how to make the video look fun. Latest makeup releases are coming soon. Yeah, I think I want to do something like that. Now, the thing is, I got to figure out how I can get that up timely, because my editor, he has a team of like, I think he has like 17 editors or something like that. And there are 2 that are assigned to my channels. And I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to, like, they barely keeping up with what I have now. I'm like, I wonder if they'll be able to do that, because with those kind of latest makeup releases videos, like, it's like gym, club, another club. Like, you gotta hurry up. And I'm not gonna edit it, because then shoot, it might not ever get edited or ever come up. Oh my god, this freaking Langston smell. I'm gonna put it on me because I'm getting ready to shower anyway. So, but this Langston, OMG. We gotta have a product swap with our product graveyard. I really enjoyed the perfume video. I like more of that, learning about and how to layer scents. Yeah, I gotta think of how I can, because there are people who have their whole niches perfume. Oh my god, I hate when my brain does this, because I freaking love her, but I can't think of her name. There's a perfume content creator on here who I freaking love. I can't remember her freaking name. And it's gonna come to me when I'm in the shower. Watch. Other than that, just tell us what bootleg, alternative websites are a yes or a no. Marjorie! Kira, I share the same sentiment when it comes to returning black-owned things. Yes. Just got a Chris Collins Oud's discovery set today. I was pleased. Black perfumer. This smells so freaking good. And I thought it would too, but I wasn't too sure with the jasmine, because sometimes floral scents, I'd be like, ugh. Yes, they're at Sephora. Now that's where I got it from, but it's only online at Sephora. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I could probably get on the train and try more of their scents in person. I buy mainly from Dossier. Girl, ain't nothing wrong. My last request is my wife is telling me the truth. No Nair 4 weeks. Yeah, girl, because well, all right, so it depends, okay? So I've noticed that certain professionals will tell you not to do something, and I don't even know. I think it's like sometimes it's like an industry thing where like they're taught to never use that, tell your clients never use that, because it's something that's like counterproductive to their industry. But I think where she's probably telling you the truth. But what I think it might be is that maybe she has seen where people's skin barrier might be compromised from the Nair. Like maybe the skin has a reaction to the Nair hitting the skin. And then when you go and wax, the wax is also adhering to your skin, and it can make things like really, really bad. So I don't think she's lying to you. Okay, yes, your fashion channel is great. I love your different shapes content you do. Well, thank you so much. Diastasis recti abdominis. Ah, she was skinny when the lights were on, the right shape where it works. Exactly. Everybody should look good. You were very kind and intentional on your fashion channel when you're speaking, so not to offend other people. Thank you. We see and appreciate your kindness. Thank you. Yo, y'all. And I feel like there's like a black pepper kind of note in it. Not black pepper. Yeah, maybe black pepper. Something. Yo, that smells good. Ah! Good night, Jackie. If you review stuff based on other people's reviews, like digging into the Amazon and highlighting. Yes, I was thinking that too. Like doing like, here's what's popular on Sephora right now kind of thing. Because the white girl who does it, I wonder if I could find her in my history. The white girl who does it, she's got such a like great, like, how some people are just great at talking and telling stories. Like, she's really good at that. And I like that. I'm hoping if I put makeup It'll pop up somewhere. No, I can't find her. Her face is like right here, and I cannot think of her name. But yes, I do like this. Let me screenshot this because I will forget. There was something else that somebody had said, and I was like, "Oh, I can do that." Lord, maybe a video no sacred drops because they're everywhere, and it's definitely got me intrigued. Hmm. It is definitely Sheree. I freaking love me some Sheree. I got to meet her in person, I think twice at YouTube events. I went to one, and we both went to the YouTube event in LA. And I was she at the New York one? I can't remember. I love me some Sheree. And then she spoke at one of the YouTube events, and I was like, oh my god, I freaking love Sheree. There's this Sherry's TV version. I love her. Oh, and Sheree's lifestyle. Sheree, yes. I like spicy. I like tropical. I like gourmands. Um, yeah. I don't like floral. Sandalwood. It's got to be like the smallest amount because sandalwood makes me feel like. Anyway, y'all, let me go to bed. I wonder if I could save this chat because I feel like I missed some things where y'all was saying, and I got a good idea for some content. But I think it was the react. I think it's reaction videos, and I screenshotted the other one with the. Um, okay, yeah, I'm gonna screenshot this. Um, Latest releases, yes, I like this. Um, yes, sometimes I worry about this right because sometimes I have to force myself to try new things because I'm so like using the same three things over and over and over and over again. And it doesn't mean that like the other things are trash. It's just like, yo, I'm stuck using the same, you know? All right. Oh, y'all were asking about more perfect. I gotta figure out how to make that my own. I want to have more series too, like where it's like, you know, like maybe like a, I don't know. All right, let me see what new comments are up here. I love the videos on how to dress for certain body types. Very helpful. Thank you. You might enjoy Gayak 10 from Le Labo. Then it's such a spicy, woody, perfect scent. Ooh, okay. All right, y'all. I am gonna go wash my body and then go to bed so I can be up in the morning. First thing, do my 1 hour walk, and then I'm going to the gym. And then I'm gonna come back home, relax, and then I'm going to my friend Melissa's house. Yes, this for so much. But send me a Dollar Tree. Let me tell you something. Some of them Dollar Tree dupes are nice. I'm joking. And I got a dupe video coming out. I don't know when it's gonna come out because I haven't filmed it yet. But a dupe video from Five Below. As a matter of fact, I have one of the. I picked this up because it looked like a super goop product. But when I got home, I realized I'm like, oh, this is one of them after sun care products. I'm like, I don't care about that. But I do have some sunscreens that are from Five Below. All right, y'all. Love you. I don't know if I'm going to be back next Thursday, but I'll let you know. What I was. Oh, that's another thing I needed to update you about with the lives. What's in it? I might like just pop up in a live like while I'm outside real quick. Like, what y'all think of that? Like, if I can, I have to remember to bring my microphone with me. But I think that would be fun. Like if I could remember to bring the microphone, I'll keep it in my purse or something. So, all right, you guys. Bye. Have a good night. Have a great holiday. Have a great, safe holiday weekend. And I'll see you. Bye.